What's up, everybody? Joshua Fish Stewart here, bringing you a whole nother video. I hope you enjoy. Before we get to it, again, comments, outstanding. The likes, I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe because it tells me that I'm doing a good job. Plus, it wouldn't hurt to get paid for this. So, I appreciate everybody. Now, look at this. My 240, I transformed it into a freshwater tank. The sand is the same. The rocks are the same. They weren't live. There wasn't a whole bunch of live bacteria on them anyways. So I transferred everything over, washed it with just some water, boiled some of the rocks just in case. I turned over my sand probably 2-3 times to make sure there's no air pockets in there that might burst and get my freshwater fish sick. I have my core angel, and if you watch my videos, you've seen where this one and that one in the back, the big guy, came from. I got 2 more angels that I bought 3 weeks ago, and my gold severum. So this is gonna be a nice community planet tank. Now, I had these plants laying around. They were in another tank just sitting there, and some were getting eaten up. This one's gonna lose a leaf. Now, here's the thing. So, I also had this one that I've had for years that has never died. It just floats around like that. Sometimes it gets bigger, sometimes it doesn't. Ooh, some live, coral that I had it. I mean, not coral, live rock. It's still pink. Anyways, so I didn't put any nutrients in the sand at all because I wanted to do it just starting off with the fish, then bringing everything so the plants can eat off of it. And I wanted to try it that way. Sorry for the weird tint. This tank, I did try to, let's see if you can see it. Oh, you can barely see it. I tried to wet sand, and it didn't come out the way that I wanted to. So there's kind of a hue through it. But anyways, I can never remember the name of this plant. But that's a new big leaf. Leaf right there. The leaves are coming up. The roots are taking root, I guess. Anyways, yeah, so everybody's actually doing a whole lot better. It is gonna take a while for my plants to take off because I'm not doing CO2. My lights aren't like plant lights, but if you watch any of my other videos, like my planted shrimp tank, I use the same lights. So I just have to make sure my tank is well balanced. My fish are doing their job. There's enough waste in there for the plants to eat and all that kind of stuff. I will add in some snails in here because I need my sand to get turned up and mixed about, and the poop to be in the sand and stuff like that, and the food to get it out in there so the plants can eat it and go through the whole process. Yeah, we will be adding more fish in here. So we have these ones already. Now we're gonna come over here. You see the monstrous 700. Sorry, my backyard is overgrown. All the rain has been killing me. I haven't been able to catch up. Everybody's doing great. Let's come over this way. Everybody's doing great. I don't know why people say they don't like my decorations. Look, you got weird rocks stacked up over here from my catfish, which is, he's been acting more like a regular catfish. He hides most of the time. So that's natural, people. And then a lot of this stuff that was thrown in there, right here, is strictly for the little fish there, and from a little African cichlid there, which people don't like for some reason, but It's amazing. It's been living with all these fish this long. And also my frontosa that stays in there. So if I'm gonna have small fish, I gotta give them weird hiding spots. There's enough holes, everything, so that guy can't push it over and they can get away from the tear right there. We're actually gonna make another video on him, so stay tuned for that, him or her. Anyways, coming over to the 220. Now, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna take these guys, these black belt cichlids, and move them over to the 240. So they're gonna go in there. I think I'm gonna move maybe this Oscar. This Oscar doesn't mess with anybody. I'm gonna move him over there, and I might move the Grommies over there, but we'll see. I know for sure that those three are getting moved over. Maybe the Bisher. All right, like I was saying, this Bisher might even go over there because I think he'll do, well, look really good in sand and the dimension of the tank. So they should be fine. The black belt cichlids should be fine. Tret cichlids are staying in here. That big guy who just ran in, my bristlenose pleco, is staying in there. The Grommies, I think, are staying in there, especially the giant one because he needs friends. And I think he might get too mean being over there and start messing things up. These plants are staying in. I'm gonna add new ones and just put them in. This one has really taken off. So I'm gonna grab some more Anubias and put it in there. Anubias is easy to grow for me and it's super accessible. So that's why I have it on my tanks, especially because it's cheaper. So yeah, I'm gonna spread it over here, and this will just be my holding tank for any fish that I get to put in here or in the 240 on the other side. So that's the plan. That video will be coming up pretty soon. Let's see, no Bruno today. Usually I try to get him in here. He's always around me when I film, but yeah. So I hope you liked the video. This is what it looks like. I can't wait for people to start slamming me about, oh, you need more plants, and didn't listen to what I said, or it will never work. And you see how my videos go. And if you haven't, go check out my other videos and see what kind of fish that I've kept and what I do keep in tanks, because you'll be surprised. As long as you do things correctly. All right, I wouldn't say so much correctly, but there's tips and tricks that you can do to have more success in your tank. So what I found out is if you take away the less territories that you have, like stuff like this, the fish won't fight as much. Also, if you noticed, because you're a returner viewer and you've seen these two fish, these were in my mom's tank that I was growing out that I brought over here. And actually this one is from the very first time I got angels. So it's cool to see him make it this far, plus all the garbage that he had to go through to get here, or she. Also, those are the bigger ones, but I had that small one and that small one in here longer. So even though they're bigger, the small ones are kind of at the top of the food chain in the sense of they might get brushed off, but they won't get attacked because they've been here longer. They seem to be on the higher end of the food chain, or the more dominant ones, more power. And then the severum doesn't get messed with at all. So there's stuff like that you can do. The order in which you put fish, your decoration that you have, the size of the tank, obviously. So there's different tips and tricks. So I will be adding more things in here. I do want to get some geophagus, but I've seen in people's tanks that geophagus dig, and that's with a lot of cichlids, obviously. But yeah, the geophagus, I have seen them dig. I don't want any digging in here unless it's going to be a snail or some clown loaches or something like that. So I'm going to wait until I get more plants in here to get more area covered. So the plants' roots will hopefully add more structure to the sand. And if they do start digging, it won't be humongous holes. So it won't be like all of this will be over there. So that's what we're hoping. I have 2 heaters in here running. I had the one, but it seemed not to work like it was for the salt water. It's weird. Maybe because it's been colder in the house. So I added the other one just in case. I'm running on 1 filter. And this is the Marine Land something. I don't know. Some canister. Yeah, so I had that for a while. It was for the salt. I washed it out, everything. So that's fine. But yeah. So more plants, more fish. It's all coming. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe. How do I know I'm doing a good job? I mean, unless you tell me in the comments, which I appreciate those. I appreciate all the comments, especially the ones that are super informative and, you know, people giving advice, because that's what I want this channel to be about. I want you to understand and see my experiences and then have some other experiences of your own and then share them with me so we can build a community. So that's all that this channel is about. I'll see everybody very soon.